How are you feeling today? I'm feeling pretty good, actually. I've had a really good day today, and I was just curious how you're feeling today. We're going to talk about sleep today. We're reading Neville Goddard's collection, and I'm on the Feeling is the Secret. And today we're talking about the power of sleep, like how powerful it really can be if we learn how to use it. But I just want to say I feel good today, and I don't always feel good, and I'm very thankful for that. So I want to know how y'all are feeling, because at the end of this video, I want to ask you again how you're feeling, and I want to know how this is working for you, and that way I can kind of get a sense of what you all think about this kind of stuff. It matters to me that you all are enjoying this as much as I am, so I want to make sure that's going on. So we're talking about sleep, and there's so much to talk about. I really love it. Chapter 2 on sleep actually isn't a very long chapter. None of the rest of the chapters are very long, but they're so profound. And so I'm going to actually read several quotes to you that meant a lot to me, and I want to know what it means to you. Um, so I may go over 5 quotes because it's all so good. I mean, just in the very beginning, our understanding of and delight in what sleep has to bestow will cause us, night after night, to set out for it as though we were keeping an appointment with a lover. But what jumped out at me especially is like the idea of you're setting out each night as though you were keeping an appointment with a lover, and to learn to appreciate sleep that much. I think in our society, I myself, I've had lots of sleep problems. And in fact, I've taken medication to help me sleep. I usually go to bed, I would go to bed with a lot of anxiety and even some depression. And I think now I love sleep. And especially Neville Goddard has changed how I see going to sleep, because it changes how I fall asleep. And it's really great. So now I do feel like I'm keeping an appointment with a lover almost. Like, I'm anticipating knowing what it's going to be like at night, and I look forward to my dreams now. I think it's really awesome how he can do that, change my view of sleep, which has never happened before. So many quotes. Next, I want to talk about it says, whatever you have in consciousness as you go to sleep is the measure of your expression in the waking 2/3 of your life on earth. I have to tell you, it is about to rain here. I feel like the universe is testing me. I was so happy, and I am so happy, but now it's raining. There's a bunch of airplanes flying over. Someone's playing music far off in the background, and I don't know. I'm like, should I keep recording or not? But I know it's going to snow tomorrow, and it's supposed to be nasty all weekend, and I want to go ahead and record a video, and I want to talk about sleep. So I appreciate your all's being here with me. I just wanted to hear what you all think about sleep, and whether or not you had thought about it in your spiritual practice. We can just talk in general about spirituality. My dreams recently have been very vivid since I've been doing this, and I've had very profound dreams that have just been just such revelations to me, and it's giving me a sense of peace when I'm sleeping, and then I wake up feeling joyful and better, and I trust that that day is going to get better. And like today I had a few experiences that just almost, there were things I'd almost imagined before, and as I go to bed thinking about these things and I start to see them popping up in my life, I get excited. And I think it's because of these practices that I'm starting to see more and more of this stuff. So I want to know what you all do, if you use sleep to help you get things like this. I appreciate y'all's patience and staying here with me. I'm gonna go ahead. It's stopped raining long enough that I can say some quotes here. So I'll just go ahead and say some of these. Always imagine and expect the best. And I realize I've had a tendency before reading this kind of stuff to imagine the worst case scenario, and that's what I get. And he reminds us to always imagine and expect the best, especially when we're going to sleep. And I realized for a while there, I was constantly going to bed thinking about all my problems. Well, then I would have a bad night's sleep, and I would have more problems the next day. And now that I'm going to bed thinking about and imagining the best, then I have good dreams and things get better and better. And I'm starting to notice that in my life. I'm excited about that. You cannot fail unless you convince yourself of the reality of your wish. A change of belief is confirmed by a change of expression. And so it's really the idea of I have to change my thinking. The only way I'm going to fail is if I keep thinking the old patterns, if I keep thinking the same way I've been thinking. But once I change how I view the world and really understand this wish fulfilled concept and think about it in my life, then I do start to feel better and I act differently. I think that's part of the key. I sleep better and I'm acting differently. By feeling your wish fulfilled and quietly relaxing into sleep, you cast yourself in a star role to be played on Earth tomorrow. And while asleep, you are rehearsing and instructing on your part. And I think that's so cool because I highlighted star role because how often in my life am I not the star of my world? I make other people, I make other situations the star. And I liked that idea of as I'm going to bed, imagining myself as the star. I'm the one who's doing life and trying to make my life better. And I need to stop focusing so much on other people and my problems, instead focus on the solution and the wish fulfilled. Use your divine right wisely. Through your ability to think and feel, you have dominion over all creation. And I think one of the biggest keys there for me, at least, is using your divine right wisely. We have the right to choose what we want to think about, and it's divine. I think it's God given, and we have a right to choose whether or not we're going to waste our thoughts on negative things or we're going to choose to think of thoughts of gratitude and prosperity and things that make us happy. And that's what I want to do. You know, I think that's really good. Whether or not I get dominion over all creation, I don't know about all that. But, at least I get dominion over all the creations in my life. And that's what I think is important and what I'm striving for. Which he's talking about the idea of sleep and how important it is before we go to bed to think about what it is that we want to manifest in our life, what we want in our life. And more than just thinking about it, but the important part is to feel it. So what I've been doing, and I want to encourage you all to do it, and I want to know if you do this in your practice, is as you go to bed, you're lying down and you're thinking about what it is you want to have happen, but feel into it. Feel the joy, feel the excitement, whether you're in the new home, have a new car, you're at the beach, in the mountains, you have that special person in your life. Just think about them and feel how good it feels to have all of that in your life. The last quote I want to say is sleep is the door into heaven. And I think, so sleep in the feeling of the wish fulfilled. And to really understanding now that as I'm going to sleep, it is an important part of my spiritual practice. And it's the door into heaven. And I don't fully understand how dreams work, but I do think that part of that is entering a new world. I think for me, when I dream, it is like going into heaven and having a different world. Sometimes I see the future, sometimes I see the past rearranged, sometimes I see the present and what's about to occur. And I think that our dreams can be powerful if we learn to listen to them and understand them. And if you are someone like me, I tend to wake up in the middle of the night and remember a dream and I know I'm going to forget it. I like to write it down on my phone so that I remember what happened and I can remember the next day what the lesson was that I was learning. And I find it interesting too as I'm falling asleep. I don't know if you notice this, but do you notice as you fall asleep? Like since I've been doing this, I can actually tell when my brain is kind of slipping into the sleep consciousness. And that's kind of fun. I like that experience and being aware of it. So I feel really, really good about this stuff. I feel good about these topics. I feel good about what I'm learning. and excited about the idea of being able to make my life better through these principles. Better sleep, better interactions with people that are important to me, better sense of security financially, just all these different things I can see starting to come into my life. And I'm thankful for it. I'm excited about it. So, like I said in the beginning, I want you all to kind of do a self check in now. And how do you feel? You know, leave a comment and let me know what you think. How do you feel? Where do you want to take your life? And let me know how you have studied this and how it's helped you, or what you'd like to talk about next. Any topic. Next week we'll be talking about prayer. That's the next chapter. And he changed my thoughts on prayer as well. And it's very powerful what he says about prayer. And I think sleep is powerful now that I've read this. So I want to know what you all think. Please leave a comment. Please like and subscribe if you want more of this kind of information. And I'll let YouTube know who to send this information out to so more people can join us. And I hope that y'all are doing well. Just keep me posted on how you're just doing in general. I want to know. Please stay grateful. Please stay kind. And as always, I'm grateful for each and every one of you. And I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful day. And stay warm during this cold front that's coming through, okay? Take care.